So I've just seen the newest episode of Rick and Morty Season 7, which would be Season 7 Episode 1, and I think it was fun. Now when it comes to first episodes, I don't really know where to rank this. Normally when Rick and Morty does a first episode and like a finale and stuff, they try to go all out and wrap up some stuff they were doing in the previous seasons. Like I think it was Season 3 Episode 1 that started with Rick saving everybody and escaping the Citadel, and Season 6 started off introducing us to Rick Prime and understanding what world we live in now that the evil Morty has broken through to stop the Rick stuff that was happening. I'm not really sure, but comparatively to the rest of these, I'd akin this more to Season 1 Episode 1. It felt like an adventure that could have fit anywhere within Rick and Morty, but this one felt like it celebrated Rick and Morty a lot. There were a lot of old faces that came about in this episode that I really enjoyed. You know, it focused around Mr. Poopybutthole. He's very depressed. His wife left him with his son, and he's just been in the Smith's house, drinking, doing drugs, just super depressed stuff. And the family is sick of it at this point, so they drag Rick out of his hiding from searching for Rick Prime to get rid of Mr. Poopybutthole. And to do that, he thinks of doing intervention, not actually intervention, because I don't like the word intervention. This is his word, it's not mine. So he goes around gathering a bunch of the crew that we haven't seen in a while. Gearhead, I don't even remember the last time we've seen Gearhead. Squanchy, Bird Person, they got some random guy, and Hugh Jackman joined later. And it was just a lot of familiar faces, so it just brought out this feeling of celebrating the journey that Rick and Morty has come through so far. Although I did think a lot of these people died, so I'm not really sure if they're here. Maybe I just don't remember properly though. There's really not much to say about this episode. They went to stop his drinking problems, but it ended up causing everybody to just go on a drinking spurge and have a little party, meet Hugh Jackman, go to his house, do a lot of drugs, and it was just a lot. And it ended up, instead of being an intervention, Hugh Jackman became this enabler, enabling Mr. Poopybutthole's, like, I don't know, urge to see his wife again, just making poor decisions. So they go on a hunt for his wife. And his wife is now dating a predator, not like a predator, but like the alien predator. And at first he was angry, but they had to come to terms with this. They were teasing some self-reflectiveness between Rick in this episode. Like, they started calling him a fake friend because he didn't want to be this negative enabler on Mr. Poopybutthole, but he ended up coming to just see it through because he's the one who gathered everybody here. And I don't think he was really being a bad friend for not wanting to do this. He's somehow the most responsible one here for not wanting to do this, even though he should have just stopped and told everybody not to drink or anything in the first place. He at least knew where to stop, but then eventually succumbed to everybody going after the predator guy. Before Mr. Poopybutthole came to the realization that, oh damn, maybe we shouldn't be doing this, so then he stopped it. And all of this happened to get this weird like Breakfast Club ending where Mr. Poopybutthole narrating over everybody. This guy's going to do this thing, this guy's going to do this thing, but it didn't turn out so well. And it became a little bit more meta because of the joke Rick said afterwards, and it was like none of that was true because of how they played the joke out. But I like this episode for the little I have to say about it. Rick was a lot more passionate. We get to see Mr. Poopybutthole, who we learn's name is Wayne. That's a normal name, I guess. And we get to see a lot of faces interact with each other, almost die like I thought they did already. Bird Person has to go deal with Bird Daughter, who he is just exhausted of trying to parent at this point, but it's cute. You know, their relationship's cute. Everything's just really nice to see. If you're wondering why I'm being so positive, I'm looking at this episode as more of a soft restart for Rick and Morty. Even though, yes, this is still continuing the Rick Prime hunts, something just feels fresh about it. Something just feels new about it, and I can't really pinpoint my finger onto it. I'm pretty happy with the way this episode turned out. It was a fine episode, and I wouldn't mind seeing more episodic episodes like this. It didn't have the crazy writing that the Pissmaster episode did, but it had good writing nonetheless. I enjoyed this episode, and I hope you guys enjoyed this review. What are your opinions on Season 7, Episode 1 of Rick and Morty? Leave them in the comments down below, and I'll get back to you guys as soon as I can. Clap it up, clap it up. Good episode. I'm not sure if I want to do continuous episode reviews as the episodes come out, or kind of space them out like I did my Adventures of Superman. I think that'd be the route I should go on, because it was hard to come up with stuff to talk about in this one, so I might go down that route where I'm not gonna talk about every episode, but some episodes definitely will. But we still have a lot of stuff planned, so be on the lookout for other stuff. With that being said, I'll see each and every one of you around next time. Okay, goodbye.